of Roosevelt's contact with the gray aliens, and that was Close Encounters of the Third Kind. We know there are many underground bases, practically underground cities, that are kept well hidden and out of public view, that spring up a result of having alien contact and making these treaties with them. For instance, our government allows the aliens to mutilate animals and kidnap humans in exchange for anti-gravity technology, microchips, lasers, free energy, and more high-tech information. In exchange, we agree to deny their existence, cover up their crashed UFOs, lie about human abductions and animal mutilations, and we keep a lid on the alien presence in this country, while the aliens go ahead and abduct humans, mutilate animal body parts for experiments, hybridization, soul scalping, chip implantations, mind control programming, dreamscape manipulation, genetic engineering experience, crossbreeding, cloning, harvesting for body parts, using humans for food, and they do all these things. And meanwhile, our government looks the other way and protects them while they're doing it. And this still happens today. You know, at the same time, the aliens have been implementing their agendas on us and the world. Our shadow government has been taught the same technology and has been implementing it on us themselves, such as the same chip implantation, mind control programming, dreamscape manipulation, genetic experimenting, and this is where we're getting the super soldier, the cloning, and the global tracking and control, the GPS. Everything that the aliens have, their technology right now, not everything, but you know, a big chunk of it, is the same technology our military has today. You know, we've learned anti-gravity research. We have our own UFO fleets that are built underground, tested in Area 51, painted at Area 52, and stored at Los Alamos, among other bases throughout the country. You know, some of the different security forces that protect and guard these bases include the Delta Force, the Black Berets, the Air Force Blue Berets, the Secret Service, FBI Division 5, CIA stormtroopers, and the bases themselves have their own security forces. You know, and it's been alleged that many involved with these security divisions have been soul scalped or programmed to keep them under the control of the alien shadow government. You know, I have information on my websites, and I've written articles about the Dulce base, and I've said it plenty of times on this show about the Dulce base, how it's a joint CIA human-alien base, and it's located underneath the Archuleta Mesa in Dulce, New Mexico. And, you know, it's close to the Colorado border, situated on the Jicarilla Apache Indian Reservation, approximately 2.5 miles northwest of Dulce, a town located off of US 64 with a population of approximately 1,700 people. You know, Dulce is a small town with one motel and a gas station, but underneath the surface of the entire area is a vast complex, a network of bases and shuttle systems that crisscross underneath the entire country, and Dulce is the central hub. So you're looking at a huge network of a shuttle system. We know it connects the Los Alamos base, and it connects Taos, which is the second. It's probably the biggest nest of underground reptilians. Probably they're bigger than Dulce, but Dulce is the central hub because Dulce is more of a joint base, joint human and alien, where Taos is mostly just a huge alien base itself. And so all of New Mexico is connected with these shuttle systems, and they go through Utah and Nevada, and they connect all the way over to Nevada, to Area 51, and on over into California at some of the bases over there. You know, some of the Air Force bases, they're involved with a lot of these programs of technology that they're learning from the aliens. You know, Offutt Air Force Base, Edwards Air Force Base. A lot of these bases that are involved with mind control technology. It's where this is coming from. It's coming from this Dulce base. You know, they have different levels. I'll tell you what's on these levels, and this is where they're learning this kind of technology so that they can enslave humans with it. You know, the Dulce base is technically known as a biogenetics laboratory, and it includes, but it's not limited to atomic manipulation, cloning, human psychic research, advanced mind control, animal and human crossbreeding, visual and audio chip implantation, and the abduction and feeding off of humans, including children. It is the second largest reptilian and gray base in North America, and it's the central hub for all the underground bases. The largest base for an alien nest would be in Taos, New Mexico. Now, the Dulce base was built on top of deep caverns that extend for hundreds of miles underground. There are 7 levels of the Dulce base that we know of. The caverns underneath are off limits to the humans, and even most of the levels themselves are not accessible without strict security clearance to those who qualify to be on them. Now, the first 3 levels, we've heard, that contain government offices, a garage for street maintenance. And you might think, why do we need a garage for street maintenance? Well, this base, folks, is about the size of Manhattan underneath the ground. And they have vehicles, and they have roads, and they have buildings. This isn't just like take an elevator down and get off, and there's a floor, and then take another elevator down before that. No, these are cities underneath. I mean, these are huge. And they have their own vehicles that they drive underneath the ground. And so they have to have a street maintenance crew to, upkeep the streets. And like I said, it registers with meters the size of a city, the size of Manhattan. And the fourth level, what I said was like the first level contains the government offices. First 3 levels contain government offices, and no humans really are allowed below 4th level and beyond. And most of that is considered, off limits. And of course, we've gotten our information from people that worked in these bases, people that have died trying to get this information out, security guards that worked in these bases. The 4th level of Dulce Base conducts researched experiments on humans, on the human psyche. This is where it involves dream manipulation, hypnosis, and telepathy. All aspects of mind control programming takes place on the 4th level, and this is where they've protected their mind control programming. They've perfected it there. Witnesses have described huge vats containing amber liquid with human body parts on the 5th level that are constantly stirred by a robotic arm. Rows and rows, thousands and thousands of cages holding men, women, and children to be used as food and put into these vats for the aliens. The aliens, what they like to do is chop up human body parts, and in these vats they put them in. It's like a witch's brew, and it's like a sauna for these aliens. They like to get into it and soak in it. Without this kind of, it's kind of like a cleansing, like a bath for them. If they don't have it, then their skin will turn a putrid yellow, and so they like to keep it gray or green or whatever the color is, and that. And so that's what they do, and that's why they abduct so many humans. Thousands and thousands of cages of humans have been seen there. And there's another base in Texas they call Nightmare Hall, and it's the same thing where people have seen cages and cages and cages of humans. And these are live humans. These are humans that have been abducted and can't get out of the place. The 6th level on Dulce is called Nightmare Hall, and this contains genetic labs. This is where the crossbreeding experiments of humans and animals are conducted. People have seen fish, seals, birds, and mice that are vastly altered from their original creations. There's multi-armed and multi-legged humans in several cages and vats of humanoid bat-like creatures up to 7 feet tall. And these are 7-foot humans with wings and bat-like features. And on the 7th level, there's thousands and thousands of humans in cold storage, including children. This would involve cryogenics. The last few floors are the ones that the Lord has brought my attention to over the last 2 years. It's in their insane desire to have human bodies as their own, that aliens have perfected the ability to take a person's soul out of their body and put it elsewhere. And this gives them access to a human body devoid of a soul. So the body is a shell, becomes a carcass, and they can take over and possess this body and use it for themselves. This is termed in as walking in or soul scalping. There are 2 types of walk-ins. Aliens can walk in and possess a live human body that is alive or dead, or in this instance, a live one, where the soul can be removed, put elsewhere, and then they take over the body, or they can take over a dead body once a body is dead and bring this body back to life. And so this is what they're doing. And so what they're doing, though, with these souls is when they've perfected this technology, and he's allowed it, to taking a soul out of a body. And what they do is they put these souls in